What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is well. Time for another update. More stuff I've been really listening to. Some of these I got recently, some of these I've had for a while. But, yeah. I was gonna do an update and then, my stomach started hurting like bad for no reason. I laid down for a while. I'm like, I'll just lay down for a couple minutes. And then, 3 hours later I woke up, so now that we got that useless information out of the way, let's get on with it. First up here, seen this shown a lot, and with good reason. Seems to be like a VC favorite, especially lately. The John Besh Society, Earth Blossom. This was released in 1974 originally on Strata-East. This is a reissue from, I think, 2013? It says 2007 on here, but I know it was reissued in 2007 and reissued again. So it's either from this year or from 2013, I guess. Yeah, really good though. Really good percussion album. Lots of different percussion on here, percussion players. Other than John Besh, I'm not familiar with the players too much, but it's awesome. Highly recommend it. It is on the Strata-East label, redone. Basically, just like the original label, so really cool artwork. I love this front artwork. Yeah, Heavenly Sweetness always does an awesome job, so I'm not surprised. But sorry if there's a glare on here, I don't know. I got these kind of sleeves with the flap in the back that I got for free, a bunch of them, but they're not the greatest, so trying to use them here and there on some of these albums. Next up here, I got a couple more newer issues. Not newer releases, but reissues. I got the Pyramids, King of Kings, their second album from 70, I think this is from 72 or 74, yeah, it's from 74 I guess. Reissued in 2013 on the Disco B label, but really great, just spiritual, I guess, Afro jazz, best way to not call it spiritual jazz. I'm always horrible with classifying what stuff is, but really, really great. I love this. I got this one, and I got their third album, Birth, Speed, Merging, from 76. Once again, also on Disco B. Really, really great stuff. The same type of a style music. I'm pretty sure most people that are watching this have heard of the Pyramids. If you haven't, though, I highly recommend it. Still trying to get their first album. Labella or Labella, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, something along those lines, but highly recommend both of these. I think they were like $20 a piece for the reissues, so definitely worth picking them up. Yeah. I'd love to get originals one day, but those things are pricey. But maybe one day, we'll see. This next one here I'm really, really excited about. Just because I love this record. Listening to this a lot lately. A lot. Joe McPhee and John Snyder. To be continued. So this was released this year, 2015, but it was recorded in 1973. Recorded live at the Holy Cross Monastery, West Park, New York, 1973. So what it is if you don't know who Joe McPhee is, he is a saxophone and trumpet player. Yes, and John Snyder is a electronics dude. He plays the, was it ARP or the ARP or the ARP 2600 synthesizer? Excuse me. And they do have a band with them. Charlie McPhee, Jerry Jones, Albert Henderson, Freddie Johnson, Charlie McPhee was listed on here twice, and Ernie Vaughn. So, but this is really great. Definitely a mix of jazz, like free jazz, very improvised jazz, and electronic music, which this is really my first taste of diving into this. And I know these guys have had an album before, which I've heard, and I don't remember the name exactly, but I think it was from 1974. And that wasn't too, it was good, but it wasn't great. This was great. I really enjoyed this a lot. Basically, you got everything from on here, from free jazz to, I guess, kind of more straight up noise stuff. which usually I'm not a fan of, but mixed in with the jazz, it sounded really, really good in my opinion. I thought this was really, really cool, really great. So there's four tracks on here. It does come with a download card for an additional 2 tracks. Nothing really crazy about the label. It's just a plain black label. It's on the Kai label. Kai, yeah, K-Y-E. So like I said, 4 tracks. The first side kind of starts off more along the lines of maybe like some cosmic kind of tinges and stuff like that, but really cool. And then the second side kind of goes off more, especially first track goes off more to just maybe more noise type stuff, but really, really awesome. Nothing really overpowers the other one. You know, the synthesizer doesn't overpower the rest of the instruments. And there's a lot of different instruments on here. There's tenor and soprano saxes, trumpet, pocket cornet, ocarina, piano, flute, conch shell, which is really cool, conga drummers, Charlie McPhee, which I'm assuming is Joe McPhee's brother, but I'm not familiar with him at all. Also plays flute, as well as percussion. My wrestling guys basically play percussion and a bunch of different small instruments. So yeah, really, really great though. I think I read somewhere that this is limited to 500 copies, so I would highly recommend picking this up if you see it. It's a really nice mix of electronic and jazz, which just goes all over the place, but I love it. I know these guys, like I said, they did have another album, which I don't remember the name of, but that one was good too, but I like this one a lot more. And I think they might be coming out with more stuff for both of them, so I really wish that they do come out with other stuff, especially if it's like this. So, really enjoyed that. And it wasn't too expensive either. I think it was like 18 bucks, something, but I seen it for cheaper. I think I seen it for like 15, so, on Discogs. Alright, moving on to definitely some cosmic stuff. One of my favorite Sun Ra records, Pictures of Infinity. Recorded in 68, I believe, but released in the early 70s, I think 71. This is on the Black Lion label. Wow, really cool label. I always like that one. Really interesting. And it is Sun Ra and his orchestra, so you do have all the usual players on here. Marshall Allen, John Gilmore, Ronnie Boykins on bass, Clifford Jarvis. So, yeah, really great though. This and Astro Black were 2 pieces I was really after from Sun Ra, and I'm glad I really got this. I finally got this at a really decent price. Nothing especially amazing, but just a little bit less than average, I guess. So I was good. It's in great shape too, so that's why I was psyched to get it. But yeah, the first side is more, I guess, out there, kind of in the Sun Ra style, and the second side is a bit more toned down, but still definitely in his unique, his unique playing. So great stuff. Highly recommend this one as well if you're into Sun Ra at all and you haven't heard this. All right, moving on. This was a cheap pickup, a couple bucks. I'm glad I picked it up. I think I saw Derek post this in one of the Facebook groups, and it looked really. I've seen it before, but it looked really interesting, and I went and sought it out. When I first saw this cover, I thought it had water damage because the way it looks, but it's just the way it is. It is a promo copy, so this is Charlie Hayden and just Charlie Hayden Closeness. Basically, it's a duet album with Ornette Coleman, Alice Coltrane, Keith Jarrett, and Paul Motian. It's one of these uni-pack gatefold deals, so the record goes in there. But really, really great. My favorite tracks on here were definitely the Ornette piece and the Alice Coltrane piece. Probably more so the Alice Coltrane piece if I had to pick one, but those two are pretty close. On the Horizon label, which I don't think I have anything else on. But, yeah, gold stamp, promo, demonstration copy, whatever. Really, really great, though, from Charlie Hayden. It's cheap. and you can't go wrong with this one, in my opinion. Alright, moving on. We got a couple from Chick Corea and Crew. It's basically all the same players on both these albums. First up here we have Circulus, which is 2 unreleased sessions documenting the foundation of the celebrated quartet Circle, featuring Korea, Anthony Braxton, Dave Holland, and Barry Altschul, which made up Circle, the group. So, really, really great stuff, as you could probably imagine from the names. Gatefold, cool picture of Chick Corea right there. Does have some writing on it. I got this for cheap because it was kind of beat up. The cover anyway, the albums are in really good shape. It's on Blue Note. So these were recorded in, I want to say in the early 70s. Yep, in 1970. But they weren't released until 1978. So it is on the later Blue Note label. That one. But if you're into any of these players, I would highly recommend checking this out because it's cool. Definitely, you definitely see where they were going to go with the Circle Quartet. I believe there's another record similar to this, which basically the same thing, but yeah, four pieces on here, so you know, one piece for each side. One of the tracks only has Korea, Holland, and Altschul, and the other ones have the other ones have the whole quartet, so really awesome. And then I actually ended up finding soon after that Circle album at my local record store, Red Scroll, so $7, really cool. It was in awesome shape. This is the Paris concert, I believe from 1970 as well, on ECM, 1971. This is from 71. But still awesome. They do Wayne Shorter's Nefertiti. They do, I believe, Anthony Braxton's track, 73 Degrees Kelvin, which I love that track. I think it's really, really great. Upside down ECM label. But you guys know what the ECM label looks like, so no reason to really show that off too much. Yeah. So if you haven't heard this quartet together, it's definitely what you would probably expect, but it's good. You know, definitely didn't disappoint at all. So I believe this was a joint release on like Polydor and ECM, but you can usually find this for pretty cheap. I don't know how the weather is where you guys are, but it is hot as hell here in Connecticut, especially with the humidity. It's a bit nicer today, but lately it's been brutal. Just brutal humidity. Alright, and the last couple here for this update are from the Jazz Composers Orchestra. First up is their first album, which is just self-titled Jazz Composers Orchestra. So again, I got this for pretty cheap because the cover is a bit beat, you can see there, and you got some splitting on the seams, but this is a box set, 2 LPs, comes with a nice booklet. If you don't know who the Jazz Composers Orchestra are, basically they were a collective of musicians, a bunch of great musicians in my opinion. So here you got people like Cecil Taylor, Don Cherry, Roswell Rudd, Pharoah Sanders, Larry Coryell, and Gato Barbieri. All the music is composed by Michael Mantler, composed and conducted by Michael Mantler. So basically, opens up like so. You got the 2 records, which I guess I can show the label, even though they're pretty plain labels. As you can probably imagine by a lineup, the music is free jazz and it's like pretty plain looking labels, those black labels. And it basically just goes, you know, for the whole time. Never really lets up. That's what I remember from listening to this record. Even during the slower, more down parts, it's still kind of crazy. So really cool booklet. which includes photos and just a whole bunch of stuff, different texts. You got perspective, I guess, perspective from a listener. Photos of Roswell Rudd playing his trombone. What else we got here? Pharoah Sanders chilling like a boss right there, because, you know, it's fucking Pharoah Sanders, so you can do whatever he wants. Yeah, really great stuff though. Highly recommend this. It's not too expensive either. Actually, this actually did come with a few other things, little inserts of paper, which I thought were pretty cool. I think this is a order sheet for Jazz Composers of Orchestra. Jazz Composer Orchestra. Yeah, exactly what it is. So it has different albums on here. Escalator Over the Hill from Carla Bley. Okay, basically just tells all about the JCOA and all their stuff. And it tells all the different labels they do distribution for, so I thought that was pretty cool. So stuff like ECM, Chatham Square, Futura, ICP, Incus, Nessa, Strata-East, Third World. That's cool. And all different artists on here. Everyone from Art Ensemble of Chicago, Derek Bailey, Got to Barbieri, Carl Berger. Wow, there's a lot of people on here. Charles Tolliver, Cliff Jordan, Albert Mangelsdorf. Yeah, really cool though. I love getting extra pieces like this. Just you know, getting surprised with stuff like this inside the record. Because I figured it was going to be just the records. I didn't even know the booklet was going to come in there, so that was cool. But yeah, really happy to have it. I was after this for a while. Yeah, the records are fine, just the booklet's a bit messed up, but I can live with it. Not like it's falling apart, so. And lastly here, one of my favorite Roswell Rudd records, another Jazz Composer Orchestra piece. This is the Jazz Composer Orchestra Plays Pneumatic Swing Band, basically conducted by Roswell Rudd. Really, really cool. Been after this one, like I said, for a while, on a red label there to match the cover. At the back. And for musicians that play on this one, you got Charles Davis, Charlie Hayden, Beaver Harris, Howard Johnson, Sheila Jordan. She does vocals on one track, which come out really, really good, really well. Enrico Rava, Julie Redman, Roswell Rudd, and Cerrone. Roswell Rudd with his child there on the front. Really nice picture, I thought. But yeah, this one goes basically all over the place, from really free jazz, kind of free, more free out there stuff, to definitely a nice vocal, slower vocal track with, like I said, with Sheila Jordan. But all of it is really, really great. You got solos from basically everyone, almost everyone that I mentioned. Beaver Harris, Howard Johnson, Roswell Rudd himself, Dewey Redman, Charles Davis. So I believe all the players get at least one solo, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of what they did. They played and then let one person solo on each track, you know. But awesome. They kind of split it up like that. They didn't always have the same person soloing, you know. Yeah, really cool though. Great album. Happy to get it after searching for a little while, trying to get all the Jazz Composer Orchestra albums. And I believe I have 3 now, so getting there. I believe the hardest to find is the I'm not sure which one the hardest to find is actually. I thought it was that one, but I found that one kind of easily, so. Alright guys, I won't bore you anymore. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon with another update, because I do have more stuff to show. I've been listening to, haven't been buying a whole lot lately, but I got a lot of stuff backed up, like I said, I've been listening to, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back within next couple weeks, hopefully, so everyone have a good day, have a good weekend. Take care. Peace.